What's up, guys? RJ Bates III here, and in today's video, we're going to be showing a live seller call that I had during the 50-day challenge, where I told her her best solution was to pursue a short sale. And what I want to go over today is when and what triggers a short sale when you're talking to a motivated seller, and does it give us an opportunity to make money or not? Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. That's just the reality. But the facts are that we're in this business to take care of sellers and help solve their problems by buying their real estate. And sometimes that means just simply pointing them in the right direction and saying, hey, I'm not necessarily the solution, but I do know the solution. And that would be a short sale. Now, what would trigger that? In this circumstance, in this call that you're about to see, the seller was heavily distressed. Her husband had passed away due to COVID, and then she had become handicapped due to having COVID. And because of that, she could no longer afford her mortgage. She was facing foreclosure. That hardship, due to the fact that her property now was underwater, so she owed more than what the property was worth. That right there is a sign to trigger, hey, you need to explore potentially going the short sale route. Now, what I do with all short sales is I'm not a short sale expert. I'm a wholesaling expert. So I'm always going to call a short sale expert that I know can handle it. And you'll actually see me place that phone call here live and say, hey, here's the short sale. Take care of this seller. And if there's a way for me to monetize it later on down the road, then we'll explore that option. What I mean by that is say the short sale is accepted. There's going to be a short sale addendum that comes over, and it'll have restrictions in it. Sometimes the restriction means we cannot wholesale the deal. If that's the case, and realistically, we're probably not going to monetize much out of it. Possibly the short sale expert who ends up listing the property, they might kick you a referral, something along those lines, making sure that they follow all the guidelines in regards to being a licensed realtor and how they can do that. Regardless, you're taking care of the seller. Could that potentially lead to future business with another property, maybe a family member's property? Who knows? Reality is just be a good person. If you know the solution, it's not really like a monumental move on your part. And it does give you the opportunity to potentially monetize it in the future if there's not a restriction on wholesaling the deal, or if you are a buy and hold investor or a flipper, it could also give you the opportunity to take the deal down. But what you're looking for is a hardship and the property to be upside down. Those are the specific triggers that signify, hey, this is a short sale and we need to connect you with our expert. So without further ado, enjoy this live call that I had during the 50-day challenge where I talked to a seller who needs to pursue a short sale.
Hello.
Hi, is Luann there?
This is she.
Hi, Luann. This is RJ Bates calling about your property there on Strawberry Lane. How are you?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
Good. Are you looking to sell that property?
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time understanding you. Are you on speakerphone?
I am. Can you hear me better now?
A little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. Repeat what you just said. I didn't understand.
You had entered the property on my website. Are you looking to sell that property?
6 Strawberry Lane?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. How much are you looking to get for that property?
Well, I haven't thought about it for a while. The house has been foreclosed, and I don't know what they will accept. Somebody came along and offered $500,000, and they would not accept it.
Okay, so when you say it's been foreclosed, like the bank has already foreclosed on it?
No, actually, let me take that back. It hasn't been. It officially hasn't been.
Gotcha.
But the bank hasn't done any legal process to make that happen.
So when you said they wouldn't accept the $500,000, what does that mean? Because normally it would be. Does that mean you owe more than $500,000?
Yes. Well, not me. My husband.
Gotcha.
He took loans out on the house.
Gotcha. And how much is owed on the property?
That's $750,000.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see here.
What was your name again?
RJ. RJ Bates.
Where are you from, RJ?
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Fort Worth Bankers?
Fort Worth, Texas. Texas.
Oh, Texas. I'm sorry. I have a really bad connection here.
I know. Do you want me to try and call you back? Because I hear like a little mumble. You want me to try and call you back?
If you don't mind, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, let me do it real quick.
Hello?
All right. Is that better?
A little bit. You still sound like you're on speakerphone.
Jeez. I don't understand. I'm on this phone all day, every day. I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, I have to apologize. I have bronchitis, so if you have a hard time understanding me, let me know.
You sound stuffy.
Excuse me. Okay, so now the bank is looking for almost $800,000, $750,000 for the house.
Gotcha.
And it is. How did you know of the house?
You entered it on my website.
I did.
Yeah, it was from a YouTube video. Well, I mean, someone did. Could have, I guess it could have potentially been your husband.
I don't think so. My husband's been gone for 3 years.
Okay. Well, yeah. Did you see an ad before a YouTube video?
No, I did not.
Huh. Well, somebody entered it in. They gave me your name, your email, your phone number.
Okay. It didn't go through an agency?
No.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
It's very interesting.
Are you interested in looking, buying it?
I am potentially. I'm trying to look at values right now. What kind of condition is the property in?
I was just going to say the house is in poor condition. I got sick with COVID when I lived there, and my husband was alive, and I was sent to the hospital. I was in the ICU. I was in the ventilator. I didn't know what the hell was going on, and my husband passed away from the disease.
Oh, geez.
So we were both out of the house at the same time because of the disease, and the house was empty for quite a while. My husband passed away. I was in the hospital, emergency room. Came home for about 2 weeks, and I went back to a nursing home because COVID left me unable to stand and walk. So I really got beat up by the disease, and I was unable to maintain the house and keep the house up by myself. But my husband has a larger income, and I couldn't take on the house. Apparently, he had some financial problems, and he couldn't keep up the house anymore. So then he died, and all the bills came to me, and that's why the house is going into foreclosure.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear about everything that happened there with COVID and you and your husband.
Thank you. That's very nice of you to say.
That's terrible what happened there. I'm assuming you've spoken to quite a few people about the property, right?
Yes, I haven't been there because I can't walk. I'm in a nursing home right now because I need someone to take care of me. I can't get to the kitchen. I can't get around without a wheelchair. And in the house, I had carpeting down, and then getting around in a wheelchair was almost impossible. So no one's been there. The house, the water isn't running. A few other problems in the house. It's bad. It's in bad shape. One time, it was beautiful. One time, I had it looking like the showplace of the neighborhood. But
has anyone spoken to you about doing a short sale?
Yes, and it didn't work. That was the $500,000 offer, and the mortgage company would not accept it.
Okay, but
short sale, they had to accept it.
But when they did the short sale, did you list it on the MLS?
Yes, it was still listed. It was listed through a realtor.
Okay. And did the property get appraised?
I believe it did. I've been going back a couple of months now. It's hard for me to remember. I think it was appraised at $650.
So you did a short sell. The lender approved the short sell due to the hardship, and then you listed it, but then they denied the $500,000 offer because it got appraised for $650.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they wanted something closer to what was owed on the house. I mean, I lived there for 17 years, and I had no idea this was going on. My husband had an IT company. He was very successful, and then I guess it took a downturn, and he never told me about it. And after he died and I was in the house, a friend of mine came and looked up the house on Zillow, and I found out it was in foreclosure. But the foreclosure was canceled. I think because I had COVID, they gave me certain certain treatment.
Right.
And but I don't hear from them from one end of the month to the next. I just keep getting bills in the mail, adding up more interest and another payment. And of course, I'm on Medicaid right now because I can't afford to pay any of the bills in the house. And I've taken a big downturn in my life. Between not being able to walk. I'm in a wheelchair, on Medicaid, I'm in a nursing home. And, it's been tough. I'd like to get the house sold. It's a shame. The grass hasn't been mowed. The bushes haven't been cut back. There's an in-ground pool in the backyard, and the trees and the bushes are all overgrown down there. And my yard looks like God knows what. I used to keep it like a state park. It was beautiful. I had the landscaper there every week, and I planted flowers, and it was beautiful. My neighbors told me it was the most beautiful house on the block. But then I got sick, and everything went downhill.
Okay, Luann, give me just 2 seconds here. Let me see if we can help you out here. Okay, hold on 1 second for me.
Okay.
Be a lady, not a legend.
Potter, you're on the live. I got a seller on the phone right now. Can you handle a short sell in New Jersey?
Yes, sir. We're actually doing, I think, half a dozen right now in New Jersey.
Okay, so her situation is someone else attempted a short sell. Husband died of COVID. She is immobilized in a retirement home now because of COVID. Owes about $750. Someone else attempted a short sell and it failed. So I think she needs an actual short sell professional because she, by all means, is a short sell. What is the best way for me to get them connected to you?
Just give them my phone number.
Okay.
Have them reach out directly to me. I'll go ahead and kind of do an intake on it. Everything checks up there. We'll go ahead and get a short sale application going and get the process started up with her bank and get things cooking.
Okay. How about this? How about, because she's not of good health, what if I just give you her phone number right now through text and then you call her? Is that a better way?
Perfect. That sounds like a plan to me.
All right, I'm going to send it to you right now. Give me about 5 minutes to hang up with her, okay?
Awesome, brother. Sounds good.
Thank you. Okay, Luann. So I just called someone that I know can help you. His name is Matthew Potter, okay?
Matthew Potter?
Yes. And so Matthew is a good friend of mine. And the reason why I was asking you about the short sell is because you, by all definitions, fall under a short sell. Like, that is there for people that fall under a hardship like you have fallen under.
Mm-hmm.
And all Matthew does is short sells. So I just called him. He said he's doing a half a dozen in New Jersey right now. I told him, I said, someone else attempted a short sell. And he said, well, it wasn't me. He's like, let me talk to Luann. So if you don't mind, can I give Matthew your phone number so he can call you and see if he can help you?
What's the name of his company?
Well, he's a realtor, so he's with the Real. What is it? It's REAL, Real Family Brokerage, I believe is what it's called.
Real Family Brokerage.
Yes, but he is a professional. He's been doing this for many years, and at least allow him to get on the phone with you and see if this is something that he can help you out with, because I'm a buyer, but you need the help of someone to come in and help you with the short sell. I don't know who attempted this on the first time, but because they didn't succeed, it leads me to believe that they're not a short sell specialist. Like,
no, I don't think so. It's just a regular mortgage company, and they wouldn't even entertain any thought like that. I thought that considering at the time, I think the balance due was like $650, and they had an offer for $500. They wouldn't take it.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is, I think that Matthew is an amazing resource for you. I think he is located in Phoenix, Arizona, but he does this across the country, because this is all he deals with is short sales.
But he must do a lot of traveling.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have to. It's more about the negotiating with the mortgage company and explaining your hardship. I think that might be where the disconnect was with the original person that attempted this, because when you explain your situation to me about what happened with your husband, about what has happened with you, about the hardship, this is exactly what the short sell is intended to help with.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, let's get Matthew on the phone with you, and then he can walk you through the entire process on how he can help you and if it's a good fit. So if you don't mind, I'll share your contact information. He'll probably call you in about 5 minutes.
I would appreciate that. I look forward to talking to him.
All right, Luann. Well, best of luck. And hopefully if Matthew could do his job, I might end up being the person that buys the property from you. So hopefully he can do that.
That's good. That would be great.
All right, Luann. Have a good day, okay?
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so this is the importance of like having those triggers of when you are supposed to do something. And I see Munif's here. Love Munif. He's a part of the Sub 2 family. I talk about this. I put short sell in the family of like Sub 2, seller finance, novation. There should be moments when you're on the phone with a lead where that is the solution. Sub 2 is the solution. Short sell is the solution. Seller finance is the solution. One of the biggest things that I've taken away through the first 12 and a half days of this 50-day challenge is really identifying when we are the solution and where the exit strategy determines the acquisition strategy, but also the triggers of, like in this case right here, highly distressed seller. Just absolutely terrible what has happened to her and her family because of COVID. Husband passed away. She's in rough shape physically. and this property is now physically distressed. There's pictures. This property was listed. I'm not even certain what was happening here, because as of December 1st, 2022, this property was listed for $500,000. Why would a property be listed for $500,000 if whoever the realtor was performing the short sale did not have an approval from the bank for that? I don't even understand that. Just really sad circumstances. So this is why it's important to have a connection to a short sale specialist that can come in and say, hey, let me deal with this. That's why I called Matthew Potter. And hopefully he's able to handle that situation.